Imran Khan and Shah Mahmood Qureshi. But the context felt really different.
It is different, and the
Mhm.
source makes a very clear distinction here. Their names apparently appear in the files or in the discussion around them, but not for illicit visits to the island.
So they aren't accused of using the services we just talked about.
No. The source suggests the contact was professional. He links their communication to the COVID era or maybe polio vaccination campaigns. You have to remember, later in his life, Epstein was trying to rebrand himself as a philanthropist, a man of science.
So he was emailing everyone.
Everyone. So this is more guilt by contact than guilt by participation.
I see.
However, the source then drops this really ominous warning.
What's that?
He claims that what's been released to the public so far, it's only 10% of the files.
Wow. Okay, that is not a comforting statistic.
Not at all. It implies 90% of the iceberg is still underwater, and that creates this state of perpetual anxiety. If only 10% is out, who else is on that list?
Speaking of names we already know,
Yeah.
the source had a pretty big update on the Clintons.
Yes, this was presented as a major development. The source claims that both Bill and Hillary Clinton have now agreed to testify, or at least give statements, to the U.S. Congress about their ties to Epstein.
Why now? They've been avoiding this for years.
The source suggests it's about survival, that the pressure from the House Oversight Committee has reached a point where they have to cooperate
Hello, everyone.
to avoid
In
contempt
1999,
charges. If that's
Russian
true,
doctor
it
Ernst
suggests the
Moldashev
containment
arrived in
wall
Tibet
around
with
this
his
whole thing
team.
is starting to crack.
They had come on
Before
an
we move on, I wanna
expedition to
touch on the
explore one of
tone
the
of this
world's most
blog.
mysterious
The blogger
mountains,
wasn't just reading a
Mount
list of names.
Kailash.
He seemed
After several
genuinely
weeks of
angry.
this journey,
absolutely.
when they
That was the
returned to
whole
Russia,
meta-commentary of the piece.
they made claims
He
that
was
shocked the
criticizing what he
entire
calls
world.
liberals and the Western
Moldashev
media.
stated that a few
He
years
brings up a local
earlier,
example.
4
A
Siberian
politician
mountaineers had
named
attempted to
Milana
climb
Fazlur
Kailash,
Raymond.
Right,
but
the
all of them
comments about
rapidly
underage
aged within
marriage.
1 to
Correct.
1.5
Fazlur
years
Raymond made
and
these
died.
comments that were,
One of his
widely
team members,
condemned.
Sergei
And
Siliverstov,
the source
claimed
isn't
that
defending
Mount
the comments,
Kailash
but
is
he's
a time
pointing out the
machine.
scale of the reaction.
Time flows
He
differently
asks,
here, and human
"Where is that
aging
some
accelerates
outrage for the Western
dramatically.
elites in
Later,
Epstein's
many
reign?"
people also
It's a double
claimed that near
standard.
He
Kailash,
argues it proves a
nails and
bias
hair
against
grow at
Islam,
an
that
extraordinarily
the media is
fast
quick to
rate.
attack a Muslim
Dr.
figure for a moral
Moldashev went so
failing.
far as to
But
claim
when
that
the
Mount
most powerful
Kailash
men
is
in the
hollow
West
from the
are involved
inside
in a
and
systematic
contains
abuse
numerous
ring,
caves
they tread
where
so
people from
lightly. They
ancient,
use words
mysterious
like alleged or
civilizations
troubled.
exist in a
He's
state of
basically
deep
asking
meditation.
who gets to define
These claims
morality.
went so
And
viral
who
that
gets
even
protected by
today,
silence.
if
It
you
turns the
search
whole
Mount
scandal into
Kailash
a
on the
commentary on
internet,
cultural
these
power.
stories appear
Heavy
first.
stuff. It really makes
But
you
the
think about
hello
how
everyone.
truth is
In
often just a narrative
1999,
controlled by who has
Russian
the
doctor
loudest
Ernst
voice.
Moldashev
Absolutely.
arrived in
Speaking of
Tibet
things
with his
that should
team.
probably stay
They had
hidden,
come on an
and
expedition
things
to
that act
explore
as
one of the world's
traps,
most
I
mysterious
think it's time
mountains,
we leave the
Mount
geopolitical
Kailash.
stage and
After
head out to
several
the
weeks of
highway.
this
That's a
journey,
sharp
when they
transition.
returned to
It
Russia,
is, but it
they made
feels
claims that shocked the
necessary.
entire
We're
world.
pivoting from
Moldashev
real-world
stated that a few
monsters
years
who hide
earlier,
behind lawyers
4
and
Siberian
NDAs
mountaineers
to
had
the
attempted to climb
monsters of
Kailash,
folklore who just
but all of them
hide
rapidly
in the
aged within
dark.
1
And,
to
you know,
1.5
both
years
sources
and died.
really do deal with traps.
One of
In
his
the
team
Epstein
members,
case, the
Sergei
trap is the island,
Siliverstov,
the
claimed that
honeypot.
Mount
You
Kailash
go
is a
there
time
thinking you're
machine.
safe, and you get
Time flows
compromised.
differently
And in
here,
these horror
and human
stories-
aging
these stories from
accelerates
dark
dramatically.
The characters
Later,
enter
many people
situations they
also
think are
claimed
totally
that near
normal,
Kailash,
only to realize the
nails
trap
and
is
hair
already
grow
sprung.
at an
Okay, let's talk about the
extraordinarily
first one,
fast
the highway
rate.
and the Daba. I do a lot
Dr.
of driving,
Moldashev
and
went
this
so far as
story-
to claim that
this
Mount
one messed
Kailash
me
is
up.
hollow
It's a
from the
classic
inside
setup. It's like an
and
urban
contains
legend you
numerous
hear at a truck
caves
stop.
where
Yep.
people
You got a
from
truck
ancient,
driver,
mysterious
Roshan Singh, and his
civilizations
cleaner,
exist
Ram
in a
Singh.
state of
They're
deep
driving from
meditation.
Gazipur to Varanasi.
These claims
night,
went
of
so
course.
viral that
Pitch
even
black.
today, if you
Dense
search
trees on
Mount
both
Kailash on
sides,
the internet,
fog rolling in.
these stories
They
appear
see
first.
a car up ahead.
But the
In
question
back seat,
is,
there's this
how
beautiful
much truth
girl in a blue dress.
And Roshan, the driver, he's immediately captivated.
Of course, he makes a comment about her beauty, but the car speeds off. A few kilometers later, though, they see her again.
Standing on the side of the road, hitchhiking.
And this is where the dynamic between the two men saves them, at least for a while. Ram Singh, the cleaner, he's got some street smarts. He screams at Roshan not to stop.
But not because of ghosts, right?
No, not at first. He thinks it's bandits. A classic highway robbery trap. Don't stop, boss, they'll rob us.
Which is a totally rational fear, so they speed up, but then the loop starts.
Every 3 kilometers, they pass the exact same girl. Hitchhiking. Same blue dress.
That's the moment my blood would turn to ice. You're doing 60 kilometers an hour, but she's always ahead of you. It just breaks the laws of physics.
The tension just keeps building until they finally pass a crashed car.
Yeah, the same one from earlier.
The same one. A brutal accident. And Ram Singh insists, keep driving. He knows this is supernatural now.
Smart man. So they drive another 20 kilometers. They finally see lights up ahead. A dhaba, or roadside eatery.
This is the sanctuary, the safe zone, or so they think. They pull over. wash their faces, sit down. The terror is over. They order biryani.
And they even tell the dhaba owner what happened, right? Like they're bragging.
Exactly. Hey, we saw this girl, but we didn't stop. And the owner, he validates their fear. He tells them the local lord, this girl died 6 months ago, assaulted and pushed from a car. Now she haunts the road.
And if you stop for her, you die in an accident. If you don't, you're fine.
So they're basically high-fiving each other. We did it. We beat the ghost. They're relaxing, eating their biryani.
Until Roshan bites into something hard.
He thinks it's just a pebble in the rice.
But it's not.
He pulls it out and rent. It's a ring. The girl's ring.
Oh,
The
no.
one they just saw, and he goes. And then he digs back into the rice
Don't say it.
and finds a severed finger.
Ugh. The drop in your stomach when you hear that is just absolute dread.
It is such a visceral twist. Both men just faint from the shock. And then you get the final reveal. The dhaba owner calls out to his servant in the back.
What does he say?
Ramu, put the pot on.
Oh, my God. They weren't customers. They were the main course.
They're dragged to the back where women are boiling water. The implication is crystal clear. The ghost on the road was the distraction. The scary thing was the ghost, but the lethal thing was the dhaba. The safe haven was a slaughterhouse run by cannibals.
That's what's so terrifying. It destroys the whole concept of safety. You run from the supernatural threat right into the arms of a human one.
Which, I mean, it kind of mirrors our first segment, doesn't it? The danger isn't always where you look.
Yeah.
Sometimes the person providing the service is the one who destroys you.
Okay, let's move to the second story before I lose my appetite for good. The Haunted Well. This one felt different, more psychological.
Much more atmospheric. A narrator visits a village where the main well is just covered. Planks, chains, a massive lock.
And nobody wants to talk about it.
The conspiracy of silence again. Just like the political scandals, everyone knows, but no one speaks. The narrator eventually learns
The Doris Bither case,
the sound of
a
crying
paranormal or psychological mystery.
later in the night. It
All
turns
around
out
the world today,
Which is
different
so much
types of
worse than
paranormal
crying.
activities
Crying
happen
is
everywhere.
Laughing is
Once people
malice.
realize that there are such things around them, they can't sleep during the day, can't stay there in the afternoon, can't stay at home. They constantly feel like someone is moving around them. Imagine people can't even stay in their own homes out of fear that there are ghosts and spirits around them. The story starts in the year 1974, when Barry Taff and Carrie Gaynor, who worked in UCLA's psychological department, were present at a bookstore in California. And guys, at that time they were sitting in the bookstore talking to each other, and their main topic was horror, how nowadays everyone is talking about horror stories, publishing books, etc. But both of them were also saying at that time that there are many such stories that aren't true, they're fake.
The ghost followed him home.
It suggests that once you open one of these dark files, you can't ever really close it. The trauma just sticks to you.
And there was a third story, too, a shorter one about two brothers.
Yeah, Chiru and Piru, a simpler tale. They're walking home, see a woman in a white sari who vanishes and reappears, crying. One brother bolts, the other follows.
Fight or flight.
Exactly. They survive. But the shared trauma of seeing the spirit bonds them with the villagers who confirm they saw it too. It sort of validates the experience. It says, you aren't crazy, the world really is this dark.
So what does this all mean?
The
We've
Doris
got
Bither
local
case,
leaders being
a
blackmailed on
paranormal
an
or
island,
psychological
and truck
mystery.
drivers being cooked into biryani.
All around the
It
world
feels like a
today,
total
different
thriller.
types of paranormal activities happen everywhere. Once people realize that there are such things around them, they can't sleep during the day, can't stay there in the afternoon, can't stay at home. They constantly feel like someone is moving around them. Imagine people can't even stay in their own homes out of fear that there are ghosts and spirits around them. The story starts in the year 1974, when Barry Taff and Carrie Gaynor, who worked in UCLA's psychological department, were present at a bookstore in California. And guys, at that time they were sitting in the bookstore talking to each other, and their main topic was horror, how nowadays everyone is talking about horror stories, publishing books, etc. But both of them were also saying at that time that there are many such stories that aren't true, they're fake.